trained all spring for. So it was great to get out there and you meet a lot of cool people.
What is the biggest challenge in that scenario, in that type of situation?
I mean, I did a lot of individual, so it's just, it's your conditioning. They want to see you in great shape. So I think that whole the build up of getting in the best shape, working out super hard on your own, and then going to work out for these teams is really tough.
How many workouts did you have with the Jazz?
One.
And how was that?
It was great. It was great.
If they were to call your name, how would you feel about that?
It would be awesome. It'd be an extreme blessing to be drafted by any team.
Have you allowed yourself to think about where you would fit into the different NBA teams that are in your range of drafting and what you would bring to the table for each specific team?
Of course, yeah. I mean, you think about where you can go and what's best for you personally, but I think at the end of the day, you're going to get picked by an NBA team, and wherever you're going to go, you're going to make the best out of it by whatever you do.
Con, you and your Duke teammates obviously have different draft processes, but what's it been like to kind of have those guys to lean on and talk to as you go through this process?
It's super cool. Having Cooper and having Kaman around here at these events, and then Tyrese Sioner at the Combine as well. You have somebody to bounce stuff off of, any feedback that they're getting and any feedback you're getting about them or whatever, and you share with each other. But it's just a super cool thing to be able to share it with teammates that you worked so hard for a year.
What would it mean to you and kind of like the program to, the second time in 4 years, have your entire starting five drafted?
That would be awesome. I think that's something that's very likely to happen, and hopefully it pans out that way.
Teams seem very comfortable with your game. Why do you think that is? They feel like it's really going to be easily translated, and whether you go 8th, 4th, whatever, teams feel like they're just going to be a good player.
Yeah, I think something I try to do is be versatile and be able to affect games in many ways. And so I think I feel pretty confident about my ability to fit in with whoever I play with and find ways to affect winning.
Sorry if you've already been asked this, but how would you describe Cooper Flagg as a teammate?
He's a great teammate. He always goes out there, plays hard, plays to the best of his ability. That's all you can ask, and he happens to be a really, really good player. But he doesn't take any plays off, and everybody appreciates that about him.
Has it been cool going through this process with him and just being able to have a guy like that where you can just go through the motions together?
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody to bounce information off of. Him and Kaman, I've seen them all a bunch, and being able to just talk to him about how the process is going is super special to have.
From an on-court perspective, obviously, it's an NBA.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get a guy that's super consistent in his approach, a guy that plays really, really hard, doesn't take plays off, and that's most important, I think, for a special player. Like he competes at the highest level, and at the end of the day, he's just a great guy too, and that can be more important than anything about being a good basketball player.
Just talking about the prospect of playing against one another now after obviously having a year as teammates.
We haven't talked about that much, but that'll be fun.
That perspective that you said that you have going into tomorrow, what has allowed you to kind of be the level-headedness that you see there?
Yeah, I think it's just being content with, you don't really have control of the situation, and then just the faith that God's gonna be with me wherever I go, and that's always gonna keep me grounded and keep me ready.
Con, how have you developed as a prospect from a year ago coming out of high school to now, as far as your body physically and your game? You're known as a shooter, primarily a shooter, and now people are saying you've got the well-rounded defensive game, toughness, physicality, all that.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with the way I've evolved in my body, being in better shape, being stronger. I think for anybody, that's a game changer. But definitely, I think some people were able to see my skills translate at a higher level of basketball, and that's something that's helped me. What?
Did you put on weight in the last year?
Not really. I was a big guy. As a senior, so I'm trying to keep it at the same.
What was the first NBA jersey you ever owned growing up? Got some obscure ones already. I want to see you might have a regular one. Who knows?
I had a nice Ray Allen Bucks jersey. We had a Michael Redd one too. Those were probably the first two. Yeah.
So you're telling me you never in your once in your life owned a Devin Harris Nets jersey or even a Wisconsin jersey?
We have a Michael Finley Wisconsin jersey, but we don't have a Devin Harris Wisconsin jersey, unfortunately. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
And then one more real quick. What's your favorite individual moment for your career thus far? And one single-handed individual moment.
Play,
actually.
Play?
Yeah, favorite play.
I dunked on a kid in an exhibition game. That hasn't happened much for me, so that was pretty special earlier this year, or at Duke. Yeah, it's on tape. Yeah, okay.
Con, what do you think about the Duke experience preparing you guys to potentially have multiple lottery picks this year?
I think just being at the level that Duke is, like coverage-wise, that's tough to get adjusted to as a freshman, especially coming in. That's so talked about, and I feel like that helps translate to the NBA. It's highly scrutinized and everything, and just being adjusted to that as a young kid, or as now young professional, is going to be. We have a little bit of head start there.
Dan, what do you think about the tradition of it all? Like, does it feel like you're part of this, ongoing Duke to the NBA pipeline?
Yeah, it's cool. You see that stuff all around at the facility and stuff. All the players that are currently NBA, all the players that played. It's pretty cool, and yeah, you definitely feel that feeling.
Have you guys gotten any advice from alumni along the way?
We did a bunch this year. Shira was good about getting guys in to talk to us. So yeah.
It's like unthinkable, but did you guys even consider the idea of running it back at Duke as good as you guys were?
No. Keep it honest.
Hey, Con, over 40 players have been drafted out of the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
As a fellow Mr. Basketball winner in the state, what does that mean to you to be a part of that group?
It's really cool. It's elite company in Wisconsin, and it's something I've wanted to always do, and it's really special. I think my high school coaches kind of put that in perspective for me always, and once you knew that was a possibility, it's a really special feeling.
Would you say your closest friend from this draft class is?
From this draft class, I mean Cooper and Kaman probably. I mean we're on the same dorm floor, so probably them.
What would you say is
Cooper's best asset? I just think it's his ability to play hard. He doesn't sit it off. The first thing I know about him is his motor. He keeps going. He's a competitor. And I think that's the best. That's hard to duplicate or train somebody.
You want to get some B-roll? I'll stand here. Keep your spot. Or no, you want to wait till the favorite?
K2 special.
What is it? Describe it.
If I could have a go-to move, I mean, I can't like throw off the backboard and dunk to myself like some of my teammates could have. Maybe just like a post fadeaway or something.
Colin, can I get your thoughts on Stanley Borden, who's transferring to UTSA?
Stanley Borden. Yeah, Stan's a good guy. He's a man of many talents. He's got a lot of interests. He'll be a good guy to have around in the program. And he was a hard worker for us all season. So he's a great addition. I don't care at all, to be completely honest. I got this on today. This is about as creative as you'll get.
What about tomorrow's fit? Is that planned out already?
It is.
Can you share?
I'll just leave it for tomorrow. Yeah. What was it? Yeah, I mentioned it before, just his competitiveness. He just doesn't turn it off. I think that's something that can't be taught. Can't be trained to get better at. He just got it. And, when you want to compete at a level like that, it's really good to have on your team. And I think that makes him, and will continue to make him great. I mean, he just works hard all the time. Like his effort level on each individual possession is high, and it's really hard to get that or find that in players of his caliber.
A lot of you guys grew up together in high school, AAU and stuff. What's your experience been with Dylan Harper, and how would you evaluate him as a prospect?
You know, I've played him once, and I played against him in an All-Star game, and so I haven't gotten a whole lot of him. But he's obviously watching him play. He's a really, really talented player, skilled around the basket, super, super strong, and shifty, which is a dangerous combination. I think he'll be a really, really fantastic player in the NBA.
Has anything surprised you about this pre-draft process? I know you guys all go into it thinking what it's going to be like, but has anything been like, wow, I didn't think that's how that part was going to go?
I don't think so. You know, it's really cool to just meet like a bunch of high, powerful people in basketball as just a fan. So maybe that can be a little intimidating.
How would you picture your first bucket?
It'd probably be a 3, to be completely honest. I don't know, maybe on like the right wing or something.
What would your celebration look like?
Just run back on the court.
Back to Dylan for a second. Him and Ace are getting a chance to do this as teammates. And you have the same opportunity
Yeah.
with several Duke players. You know, what is that like to kind of go through all this and take that next step with teammates you spent the season with, and now they're all kind of doing this?
Yeah, it's great. You get to talk to each other, help each other through stuff, bounce information off of each other, whatever they're hearing. But it's just another way, another support you have. It's cool to be going through it with people you work so hard with all year.
When I asked you about Stanley, you smiled.
Why? I just didn't expect to be asked about Stanley. I'm just thinking about some memories at Duke, and he's just a great guy.
Two already big trades that this draft is a very lot of uncertainty in this draft. Do you guys as players follow that trades going on, and do you have the feeling of like don't know what's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is a feeling of don't know what's going to happen because you don't. But also, I mean, as a fan, like you're obviously following the trades. But yeah, I mean, there's so much uncertainty right now, and we'll have a lot better grasp tonight when you actually get picked.
How would you like to score your first NBA bucket?
I said a 3 on the right wing. I like that.
Has there been something specific that you've been trying to show teams, whether it's been during workouts, even just in conversation, that you really want to get across to this pre-draft process?
Can you repeat the first part again? Sorry.
Just anything specific that you've been trying to show teams or demonstrate to teams that maybe they didn't see on film or?
Yeah, I think in one-on-one workouts it's hard to learn stuff about players. You know, I think like what you see, like skill-wise throughout the year is what you're going to get. But you know, I'm just trying to show them that there's some stuff that I'm adding to my game, some stuff that maybe wasn't utilized as much at Duke, like off dribble shooting. I'm trying to get better at. But I think the main thing is just like how tough are you? How are you going to compete? His workouts are hard, so they try to put you in those situations, and you just show them what you're made of, kind of.
Last question.
Con, throughout this research process, have you been able to see get feedback from
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been talking to coach. You know, a lot of teams call him just to bounce stuff off of him, so he's let me know. But he's a great resource for me. And obviously, he's got his team he's got to focus on now. But he'll be here on Wednesday. It'll be great to see him.
Thank you, Conor. Appreciate you.
Well, this for me.
I'm not. I think it's a video of it. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
The boys ready? Mark. Ready. Mark. Jack. Jack.
There it is.
Hey, Dylan. Dylan, we're from San Antonio, man.
Yes, sir.
A lot of Spurs interest and fan interest in you. A lot of these guys don't know where you're going. Are you like the rest of us?
Yeah, I'm just like the rest of you guys. I mean, the NBA, you never truly know until it happens. So, I mean, ain't nothing set in stone until tomorrow at 8 o'clock. But there's been high hopes, love that organization, love every other organization, so this can stay open.
You worked out for them twice, once in San Antonio and once at your high school. How did those workouts go, and what was the difference, and maybe why they wanted to do the second workout at your school?
I mean, they were great. I mean, great organization, great people all around from top to bottom. I guess they just want to check me out again. I mean, I love them people, love the coaching staff, love the manager, everything about them. So, I mean, they got a really good program. They got a really good thing going on over there.
What was the workout like for you?
I mean, it was great. I mean, it was definitely like the workout there was definitely my first NBA workout. So I kind of didn't know what to expect. But, they greeted me with open arms and they let me make mistakes and just let me be me.
If it is the Spurs, have you already kind of envisioned how you might fit with the group that they have already there?
I mean, definitely. If it was all set in stone, I mean, they got two guards, but I mean, positionless basketball is really a thing in the league now, and you got a 7'4" big guy in there, Wemby, great player, going to be a Hall of Famer. So, they got a lot of depth on that team, and just everything around them is just very, very well.
Do you feel like even though they have guards, you can still find your way to do what you do?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the way to be the best is to play with the best and against the best. So just for me, just playing with the best players all around and just being one of those guys that can fit in, just even if you have to sacrifice, still sacrifice.
As a guard, defensively, when you envision playing with Victor Wembanyama, what does that do for you? In your defensive scheme, the way you play.
I mean, that's definitely a dream of everyone's. I mean, to play with him. I mean, he covers the paint from arm to arm. I mean, he's really a force out there. No one really stop him. You can only try to contain him. But just from a standpoint of just being a point guard and seeing him, like all the lobs you could throw, he could bail you out of a lot of spots, and just how much he impacts the game, honestly, is amazing.
Dylan, as a guy that has been projected to be a lottery pick, since you were in high school, how difficult was it to keep the main thing during this college season?
I mean, the main thing's always been the main thing for me. I feel like you don't truly know you're going to make it until you're in this spot, which we all in the spot right now, me and all the other guys. But, I mean, during the season, it was never about making it to the NBA. It was how can I contribute to the team and help my team win. So that's kind of how I did it.
What did you learn about yourself as a player during this last year?
Just, I mean, who I am as a person, when times get tough versus when times is always all-time high. So just being the same guy through thick and thin and just always trying to help wherever I can.
What does it mean you to be able to go through this process with one of your Rutgers teammates?
I mean, it's great. I mean, Ace is a great kid. I mean, I've known him since like sophomore, junior year, and just our bond is unbreakable. So, I mean, whoever team gets him is going to be very happy and very lucky that they picked him. And just, for me and him, it's just a dream come true.
When you get drafted Wednesday, what's that moment going to mean for you and your dad?
It's crazy. I mean, it's definitely going to mean just a lot to him, but a lot to everyone else, like my mom, my brother, my grandparents, and everyone else who's there. Just because they kind of see me through the journey and watch me go about my days. And even when I was high and low, they were still stuck with me no matter what.
Who coached you harder growing up, your mom or your dad?
My mom. I mean, my mom coached me from first grade to like senior year of high school, so it's definitely her.
So what do you want to say about your experience at Rutgers, how it prepared you for this, and what your relationship with Rutgers is going to be like in the future, being a local guy from Jersey?
I mean, I definitely had a great time at Rutgers. I mean, it probably didn't go as everyone expected, but it shaped me to be a better man, a better person off the court and on the court. Obviously, a better player with a group of coaching staff that's really pouring it all into me for that 1 year.
You talked about Ace. You talked about Ace being a great person. Do you feel like he's getting a fair shake because he didn't work out for the 76ers and people making a big deal of that?
I mean, I ain't gonna get too deep in it, but it's like for him. I mean, I can only speak of him and what I know. He's the one to play basketball, man. So like for him, he's just like whatever team gonna pick him gonna be a great option, great fit for him, and he gonna make his way however he has to get there. But for Ace, it's really him being a competitor. I mean, he gonna step toe to toe with anyone.
What's one celebrity you would want to see courtside on the first NBA game?
That's a good one. Probably like Drake or someone. That would be very cool.
So many experiences have gone into you getting to this point. What would you be thinking about as a commissioner Collegiate?
Everything. I mean, the basketball journey from when I was younger up to now, and just how much hard work you really got to put to get here. But still knowing that there's still a lot more hard work you got to do. Oh my God! Thank you.
Something you preached at the combine was, remaining humble through this process, and how lucky you are to be in a position like this. Talk about what a team is getting in Ace. What is the team getting in you? If you talk on yourself a little bit.
I mean, definitely, I think someone who wants to win and do whatever to win, whether I have to sacrifice, guard the ball, be on the ball, play defense, guard the best player, anything. I mean, I think what a team's gonna get from me is a winner and someone who's gonna go out there and put it all on the floor for everyone.
Dylan, not sure how you felt with your Filipinos tonight, but any message for them because you're right behind.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, my mom's from there, so I mean, I pay great homage to them and just everything that my mom kind of preaches and tells us about it has been great. So I would definitely love to get out there sometime next year and just really rep the culture for sure.
Play for our national team.
Hey man, who knows what the world brings? I mean, I would never say no, but I mean, if it happens, it happens.
Dylan, what are your perceptions about South Texas? Living in South Texas, you ever owned a pair of cowboy boots or had a breakfast
Never.
taco?
I mean, I've been to San Antonio once, and I've had a breakfast taco one time. But both times, the breakfast taco was good. It's like, it's not as good as a big egg and cheese, but it's like right under.
Like a bagel?
Yeah, like a bagel, but it's right under. But, I mean, Texas hot. It's real hot out there. I mean, but it's definitely like a great environment just to be in and just be very low key.
Were you aware some fans there already have a mural of you?
Nah, I seen it on Instagram. They got the little mural right by the food spot. I seen that. It was on my tags.
How does that make you feel?
Man, fans is crazy because nothing's even set in stone yet. But I mean, if that's what the fans want. I mean, I can't steer them and say no. So I mean, it's just very surreal.
Just hoping to want to cover it up.
How do you want to score your first NBA bucket?
The easiest way I can, not trying to overcomplicate it. Whether it's a layup, a three, a free throw, it don't matter. Just get a bucket.
Dylan, number 2's made available in San Antonio?
I mean, if they draft me, I hope so, because that's the number I look forward to wearing to. So I mean, definitely.
Dylan, any area you've been working on this offseason?
I think a little bit of everything. I mean, just trying to polish my game up because now you get to a level where not everyone is just as good, and you got to really find something that separates you. So just been working on all aspects of my game.
Have you talked to anybody on the Spurs, like Victor or anybody like that?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Stephon Castle a couple times, Shohan. I mean, I've talked to a few people over there, met a couple guys, but I mean, they're all cool. It just looks like a great and fun environment to be a part of.
Dylan, with Rutgers last year, obviously, not all successful with the tournament, but how do you feel that playing with Aislinn, you showcased the skills to get you to this point?
It was great. I mean, obviously, what matters most isn't winning, and there wasn't a lot of winning. But just for me and Ace, I think we developed a lot because from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, if you watch the little details and stuff, you can see how we really developed and just how our game grew and got more mature.
And how much did it matter to play alongside another top prospect like that?
It felt great because Ace, that's like my best friend. So like me and him been tight for like 4 or 5 years. So just being able to play on the same court as him, I miss it, but it was special.
What's it going to be like possibly playing against him now?
Oh, it's going to be great. I mean, I know all his moves. He know all my moves. So, I mean, and we're both big competitors. Like, we played senior year right before we went to Rutgers, and we were competing the whole game. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be great.
The first NBA jersey you ever owned growing up?
Besides my father's.
I was going to say, it better be
besides my father's. One that I remember, I had a Paul George, the blue green All-Star jerseys.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the first one I remember.
And then one more real quick. What's your favorite individual play thus far in your entire basketball career? One that stands out amongst the rest.
Probably my game winner against Seton Hall. I mean, the gym was packed. It was like, that was kind of like the ice on the cake, for sure.
So, if you could have a go-to move named after you one day, what would it be called?
Good question. Probably behind the back. Maybe Dylan behind the back. I don't know, but something like that. I mean, that's probably one of my go-to moves, so definitely that.
What do you think are some of the ways your dad has prepared you for this experience?
I mean, he just told me stay grounded and just be honest with yourself and just always going to work every day, just being your best self, always have a high energy, and just don't let nothing really affect you. Just always work hard.
What's your favorite Filipino food?
Oh, chicken adobo. Chicken adobo.
Did you say that here?
Yeah, all the time. All the time.
Did you
Boss
say
man.
that here? Chicken adobo?
Chicken adobo?
All right.
Yeah.
Then your older brother is in the NBA run. What are the conversations like with him, like especially you getting into the league in a few days?
I mean, they're definitely a lot. I mean, he's here right now. I was just with him legit right before I came down here. But me and him, the talks are really like just how do you get mentally focused for playing 82 games, and how can you be your best self every day? Aries, all the time. There's A's, Aries, Boogie. There's a lot.
What's his best trait?
I mean, I think we all know what it is. Getting to his spot and scoring. I mean, for Ace, if he wants to get to a spot, he gonna get to that spot, and he gonna rise right over you and shoot it. You're not gonna be able to do nothing about it. I learned that very quickly in practice.
The video kind of circulated last summer. You guys working out, to be honest. Can you imagine you're 24 hours away from being in the same league?
I know that was crazy. I mean, that workout felt like it was just yesterday, and now that we're like we're a year from that video, it's just honestly surreal and just want to play him.
Seems like the general perception of the Spurs in general, a great organization, all things. In what ways were you able to pick up on that in the limited time you spent with them and worked out with them?
I mean, you could just feel the family atmosphere when you walk into the facility. I mean, for them, it's really like how can we get chemistry up and how can we keep everyone together? So, I mean, my visit there was definitely great. And for them, it's just like they're trying to build on, and win. I mean, if I'm blessed enough to be in a situation like that, I mean, I think I can add value to that.
Is there a facility like that?
That facility is nice. I think it's brand new. It's really nice. It's like all wood. It's nice.
And dealing with that chemistry throughout this whole drafting process, there's been any advice, whether it's from a coach, a teammate, a team that's kind of stuck with you that you've kind of carried throughout this whole thing?
I mean, definitely. I think my mom always tells me keep the main thing. So basically, like, go worry about basketball. Like, we can take care of the rest. But I mean, that's really stuck with me just because it allows me, work on my craft and work on the things that really matter, which is playing the game I love every day.
How much of a role did your dad play in your journey thus far?
I mean, a lot. I mean, he was always there. Like, he was kind of the dad that, like, sit there and not say much, but, he going to pull you to the side after the game, stuff like that. So he definitely played a big part.
Feeling that family atmosphere you're talking about, is that something you value and wherever you land?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, family, loyalty, everything like that. Just because, like, I think the best teams and the greatest teams all with their chemistry and they all got each other.
Showcasing your talent.
Did you have excuse my language, like an oh shit moment, like this is real since you've been here, or was it before this? Like, wow, this is.
I don't think I'm gonna have that moment until I'm on that stage. It's funny because I was flying here yesterday, and usually I can fall asleep like that on planes. I closed my eyes, and all I could imagine was the stage, like me sitting down at my table, looking at the stage, watching Adam Silver grow up. I was like, dude, I can't sleep. Like, it's crazy. But this is like a moment many dream of, and I'm able to be a part of it. I'm a very select few amount of people that are able to be a part of this. And for me, it's just, I'm super blessed, man. I'm super blessed, super grateful for everybody who sacrificed for me, everybody who's, helped me along the way, believed in me the way I believed in myself. And, and it's only up from here, really.
Do you think you have that appreciation because of where you come from D3 all the way up, compared to some of these guys that were blue chippers?
I don't have my appreciation just from D3. I have it from since I was born. I've been taught to appreciate every little thing. I mean, I've been, summers where I didn't play basketball. I built houses, or I've been watermelon picking. And there's a lot more things that are harder than playing basketball, believe me. And I take that every day and cherish what I do. And the fact that I can make a lot of money, help my family for generations upon generation by just playing the game I love. For me, basketball is a game we play for free until, upcoming moment in NIL. But at the same time, I'd play basketball for free all the time if I needed to and if I wanted to. Really, it's just the love of the game is what drives me.
What was it like growing up in Fresno? You talking about watermelon picking? Can you give me some more detail?
Yeah. So it's funny because we don't live in like the city of Fresno. We live in the suburbs, but we're like country people, I guess is what you can say. But we're not like, we don't own farms or ranches and none of that, but we are like country people in terms of like, we do work hard. Like my grandpa has taught me a lot of that stuff in terms of like, I built the house with him in the summer. He's the one that took me watermelon picking. He's like, every time we drive around, like, he'll ask me about like certain fruit trees, certain different trees, like almond trees. Be like, you know what those are? And I'd be like, no, I have no clue. And he'd be like, well, they're pecan trees because of this, or they're almond trees because of this. And so just like teaching me, I guess the way of the land in terms like that. But that's like my best friend, man. He's Maxie Parks. He's everybody calls me his mini. I'm I guess if he was my dad, I'd be Junior. But nah, he's my grandpa, and that's like MAXIEPARKS, and that's my best friend, man.
He's a farmer.
No, he's actually a former Olympic gold medalist.
Really?
Yeah, 4x400 meters, 1976 Olympics in Montreal.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my,
will he be here tomorrow?
No, he won't. But he's at home with my grandma. But he's holding down the fort in Fresno. That's what he's doing.
Cedric, have you had any interactions or workouts with San Antonio? We're hearing that they're hiring you at 14.
Yeah, I worked out with San Antonio on the 19th of June, and that was a really good workout. I enjoyed it. That was probably the most challenging workout I had, but it was also one of the most fun workouts because I like coaches that push you to your limit, push you to be better, and want to see you compete. And that was the biggest thing. They wanted to see me compete, and I thought I went out there and did that.
What did they like about your game? Did they tell you?
I guess just the versatility, the fact that they can see me in many different spots, many different places on the floor. You know, obviously I can shoot the ball pretty well. But I think there's a lot of room to grow, and that's what intrigues people too. Like, I've been told like I'm a mystery man, which makes sense, you know. But for me, there is no mystery about it in terms of like what I know my potential is and what I can get to. It's just, you know, just have the patience and just keep working to get better each and every day.
Have you had the thought at all of what it'd be like to be with Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Steph Castle, and maybe
I'm gonna be honest.
Harper?
With all like, there hasn't been a specific thought about any specific players. I just think wherever I'm at, you just try to learn as much as possible to help impact winning and impact the game. I mean, whether I'm in San Antonio, Phoenix, Chicago, Oklahoma City, wherever I'm at, I'm going to learn from those people that have been successful before me. I'm going to cherish the moment, cherish where I've been. I'm going to live in the moment. I'm going to just take it one day at a time.
Cedric, have you been able to process kind of everything you've been through over the past couple of months? Like, you're a highly sought-after transfer, you commit to Duke, and then you have all these great workouts and combine, and now you're sitting here on the eve of the NBA.
I was just trying to get.
And then maybe some do Harper.
I already got 0 Harper.
Okay.
Looks like we're getting ready to wrap this up. So.
Yeah. I'm going to let you shoot B-roll, and I'm going to go.
If you want, here.
I'll take this back.
Yeah.